Então, por trás deles tem alguém. Quem está por trás? Existem algumas famílias que dominam esse mundo. E aí eu estou falando de nova ordem mundial. Chega um determinado momento, eles criam crise, epidemias e guerras. E mata a massa. Eles criam epidemia e mata a massa.
And this is all in this book that was written 12 years ago. And in the book, they gain control of the world by bankrupting their own businesses. The Illuminati owns most, I would say 99.9% of the stores that you walk into and shop and the gas stations you go to. And they are going to destroy them on purpose.
Por que, Daciolo? Porque o PIB global chegou a um teto, não tem para onde crescer mais. Querem matar uma massa, vão tentar matar uma massa. Eles controlam, a economia mundial estagnou, parou. E aí como é que eles fazem? Eles precisam destruir e matar. Como é que eu vou construir novamente um SBT aqui? Eu preciso destruir o SBT aqui para poder construir novamente. Assim é.
Fazer um grande reset ao mundo é este o objetivo de uma nova iniciativa do Fórum Económico Mundial. A Great Reset será uma cimeira paralela que pretende orientar os líderes mundiais em direção a um mundo mais sustentável pós-Covid-19. Governos e organizações voltam-se para o processo de recuperação económica.
Depois que ocorreu o arrebatamento, vai acontecer o quê, Ronald? Vai vir uma crise violenta, mais violenta ainda, uma crise mundial. Vai vir um cataclisma grande sobre a Terra, uma crise mundial mais do que já está acontecendo. Para quê, Ronald? Para surgir o anticristo. Por quê? Porque depois de uma crise mundial, o anticristo chega no poder. Sempre foi assim. Adolf Hitler subiu ao poder depois de uma crise mundial. Napoleão Bonaparte subiu ao poder depois de uma crise mundial. E depois da crise mundial, então, quem é esse homem? É Emmanuel Macron.
And I want to be clear with each and every one of you. We as Europeans will not let a financial economic crisis spread. We will react to the crisis, and our reaction will be strong and fast.
The Antichrist will be smart economically, controlling the world's economy. Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. Macron is very smart economically, having worked for the Rothschilds Banking Corporation. In 2008, Macron became an investment banker with Rothschild and, surprisingly, was promoted from an entry-level position with the Rothschild banking system to a partner after just 2 years. In just one meeting, Macron convinced the Rothschild banker to make him a partner within 3 hours of talking to him, which the banker said was unprecedented. He made a $10 billion deal there, earning his nickname, the Mozart of Finance, and has a net worth of already $32 million, despite saying he's not a millionaire in his presidential run documentary.
Aqui está. A revista já começa chamando ele de O Messias. Este homem provavelmente é Emmanuel Macron. Já lancei alguns vídeos antes dele ganhar a eleição. Eu já lancei os vídeos falando que ele seria provavelmente o anticristo. Bem antes dele ganhar a eleição, eu já estava mostrando os vídeos. A Bíblia diz que o anticristo ele vai surgir. Ele vai surgir na época de crise mundial. Então ele tem que conhecer de quê? Ele tem que conhecer de economia. Ele tem que conhecer de economia para ele resolver a crise. E ele tem que ser perito em quê? Ele tem que ser perito na área da economia. Veja bem aqui, ó. Emmanuel Macron, preste atenção, ó. Seu talento como administrador e seu conhecimento sobre questões econômicas levaram em 2012 a se tornar assessor do presidente francês Hollande, que o nomeou ministro da Economia em 2014. Emmanuel Macron é superdotado na área da economia. Ele vai surgir para tirar o mundo da crise. O anticristo tem que ser superdotado na área da economia. Ele tem que entender de economia. porque ele precisa ser aclamado como um deus, ele precisa tirar o mundo da crise. Assim vai acontecer provavelmente com Emmanuel Macron.
We've all heard the phrase, never let a good crisis go to waste, and I would say that applies even if the crisis is engineered. We've also heard the phrase, order out of chaos, which is a strategy that I believe we are seeing unfold before our eyes. Now, I'm sure that many of you are familiar with the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution. If you have a goal of, let's say, global governance, you may not be able to just roll this out because you'll be met with resistance, and there may be little to no justification for this agenda. So you engineer a crisis, in this case a global health pandemic, a scenario we have seen wargamed in documents such as the 2010 Rockefeller Lockstep document and Event 201, the tabletop exercise and simulation of a global coronavirus pandemic. That was sponsored by the World Economic Forum, Johns Hopkins, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which took place last October. This crisis, which I believe to be engineered, produces a desired response. A controlled demolition of the global economy, wiping out the middle class, creating more dependency upon the government in the form of stimulus money and bailouts, which essentially equate to ownership. We experienced the authoritarian lockdowns, which was the conclusion of the Rockefeller Lockstep document on how to mitigate this crisis. So back to the problem, reaction, solution strategy. We have the engineered problem, COVID-19. We have the reaction, the economic collapse and the civil unrest, and now it's time for the solution, a solution which has already been predetermined, prepackaged, and ready to roll out. The solution was just announced by the World Economic Forum, the same World Economic Forum who asked Johns Hopkins to host Event 201. Their solution is what they are calling the Great Reset.
The COVID-19 crisis has shown us that our old systems are not fit anymore for the 21st century. It has laid bare the fundamental lack of social cohesion, fairness, inclusion, and equality. Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight the real virus, but to shape the system for the need for the post-corona era.
According to the World Economic Forum website, the Great Reset agenda would have three main components. The first would steer markets towards fairer outcomes, aka wealth redistribution through taxation and regulation. The second component of the Great Reset agenda would ensure that investments advance shared goals, such as equality and sustainability, aka there will be global standards regulated by task forces to control every aspect of your life through regulation and ensure compliance to the 2030 agenda. The third and final priority of the Great Reset agenda is to harness the innovations of the Fourth Industrial Revolution to support the public good, especially by addressing health and social challenges, aka this is the transhumanist agenda to merge man with machine and enforce compliance with global governance initiatives laid out by the UN's 2030 agenda. I want to focus on the third aspect of the Great Reset, the implementation of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which Schwab has also written a book about, and is a long-standing transhumanist agenda which seeks to merge man with machine and artificial intelligence, something that Elon Musk is already working on with his Neuralink project. Now, I'm going to play a series of clips from a World Economic Forum video published about 3 years ago talking about the Fourth Industrial Revolution. I will be commenting about these clips as we go.
We are wondering what is happening to the world. Everything is changing.
The very idea of human being some sort of natural concept is really going to change. Our bodies will be so high-tech we won't be able to really distinguish between what's natural and what's artificial.
This is profound. She said the very idea of human beings being some sort of a natural concept is going to change, and that our bodies are going to be so high-tech we will not be able to distinguish between what's natural and what's artificial. This is the merger of man and machine. This is the transhumanist agenda. This is the World Economic Forum's official video from their own YouTube channel.
Some scientists predict that in the future we'll have a memory chip. We'll be able to file away and store memories and vastly improve our memory. Maybe one day we'll have a vision chip, which could help victims of strokes and accidents. And some scientists predict that one day we could even have a thinking chip that could vastly enhance our cognitive and intellectual skills.
Se alguma coisa não funciona bem no cérebro, troca-se um neurônio por um minúsculo dispositivo eletrônico. Na batalha contra o câncer, nanopartículas poderão ser inseridas diretamente nas células para destruir o tumor. Além da medicina, essa ciência também promete grandes mudanças na estética. Exemplo, os cabelos brancos podem estar com os dias contados. As transformações que virão com a nanotecnologia, que terão um forte impacto na vida de todas as pessoas.
E aqui diz assim: e durante o período de segurança arruinará muitos. Quando será esse período de segurança, Ronilson? Quando a marca da besta estiver sendo implantada nas pessoas, na mão e na testa. Essa marca ela vai trazer uma falsa paz e uma falsa segurança. Durante esse período, está dizendo que o anticristo vai arruinar a muitos.